Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be playing a free-to-play MMORPG called Black Gold Online, which was released in June 2014. Apparently it's a bit of a steampunk MMO, which I find to be quite interesting. Until recently I had never heard of this game until someone in the comments of my videos mentioned it. I checked out a trailer for the game and I was intrigued enough to want to make this video. So let's jump in and see if this is a game worth playing. So we've got two factions to choose from, the Eisenhorst, which seems to be the technological faction, and the Alandir, which seem to be the more native faction. I'll probably try both factions at some point in this video, but I want to start out with the Alandir. It seems as though each faction has three distinct races, the Kosh, the Utonian, and the Aurette, which you need to have a level 40 character to make. And then there's the Bavontian, the Dwarf, and the Aparian, which you also need a level 40 character to make. I want to be a Kosh. Each race seems to have their own racials. This race has movement speed and evasion, which I like the sound of. There's 9 classes: the Blade Master, the Beast Master, the Spell Sword, the Pyromancer, the Geomancer, Skycaller, Assassin, Spectromancer, and Firmitage. I feel like I want to be an assassin. A good mix of defense, offense, control, assist, and all of that good stuff. Assassins typically have good mobility as well. So this is the character customization. So it seems like you can either select a preset or just fine-tune everything. Let's go with fine-tune, shall we? This race actually reminds me of the blue people from Avatar. I think I want to base my character off one of those. Oh my god, lots and lots of sliders. You can make him have pretty fucking long necks. It's weird how simply by changing the angle of the eyes it makes him look really angry. Location of chin, so you can make him have one damn long face. There we go, that looks Avatar as fuck. And I think we're done. So there's a pretty good amount of character customization, plenty of sliders. It's enabled me to make someone that's pretty much identical to the race in Avatar. Let's call him Acnologia, that's a very tribal name. Character name already exists, of course it fucking does. Let's just call him TheLazyPeon then. This is the most pixelated intro cinematic I've ever seen in an MMO ever. So poorly rendered. Seems to have pretty decent graphics at first glance. Let's make sure everything's on max. The UI doesn't seem to be too bad by default, which is nice. Press 1 and 2 to kill the target. Okay. So it seems as though the game could have some form of action combat. Another cinematic. Got this guy. What the fuck was that? There was like no voice acting, no text appeared on screen. He just kind of stood there, moved his mouth, and summoned something. Apparently the developers who made this game had a budget of $100 million, so I'm expecting a certain level of quality from this game. Oh shit. Mounted combat. Interesting. So we're just kind of throwing spears at these people. This level 2 ranger has 20k health. You what? Oh shit, we got a giant mech to fight. Fight off the Iron Fist Says. Oh my god, this isn't good. If your in-game cinematics are this poorly rendered, then don't put them in the game. Simple as that. This game seems to have a fully action combat mode where your left and right click deals abilities. Let's try that. It's called Black Gold mode. You can move and attack at the same time, so it's not very static, which is nice. You can use shift as a dodge to dodge left, right, back and forward. Changing directions isn't very convincing. It's not very smooth at all. It's very abrupt. Which kind of shows a bit of a lack of polish, if anything. Judging by the map, it seems like it could be entirely open world, which I really hope it is. Oh, we got a headpiece. Nice. That's actually a pretty cool hat, to be fair. Now we're riding this little dude. Nice. The way my person's sitting on this animal, it doesn't look very comfortable. And we're level 4. Nice. Another little cinematic. Plenty of cinematics, but hardly any sound or voice acting. These people are doing the exact same animation at the same time. What the fuck? Okay. So far it doesn't feel like the game's very well fleshed out, which is surprising considering it was released halfway through 2014. So they've had a decent amount of time to fix quite a few things. Currently it feels like it's in early alpha at the moment. Okay, we got a new chest piece. Nice. And it actually looks visually different. I like it. Enter the dungeon and get the wizard's secret treasure. Dungeon already? Ah, here it is, underneath the waterfall. I don't think I've ever been thrown into a dungeon so quickly in an MMO before. Kinda like it. Seems like the mobs have telegraphs that you need to dodge. Very common thing in MMOs now. The movement in this game feels a little bit weird. What's my C ability do? It looks like shuriken. Ooh. It seems like the main quest line is separated into chapters, and getting up to a certain point through a chapter gives you rewards. If you click somewhere on the map, it auto pathfinds to that place. Oh, what? My first mount isn't really a mount, it just kind of turns me into a bunny? What? Oh, maybe it's for a quest. It must be for a quest. Summon the mount. Okay, this is my first mount. So I don't just turn into a rabbit as a mount. Look at this beast. That is a pretty fucking cool starting mount, I have to say. It's just a shame that the mount kind of instantly changes direction. And that in. Not really too sure why he gave me a quest to buy something off him. And we got some new boots. Now we're looking very steampunk. It's so weird there being absolutely zero voice acting in this game. It's almost as if the developers just ran out of money and couldn't really finish the game. That's the impression I'm getting so far. What's this? Crosshair mode. Let's try this. Combat's not too bad like this. It's actually kind of fun. Little cinematic's gonna play out. These cinematics are so unbelievably shit. It seems like this game has a variety of different control settings. Crosshair mode, I feel, is the best. It kind of feels more action combat-like, and it works better with the dodging and stuff and feels a bit more smoother. Black Gold mode is a bit of a compromise between traditional tab targeting mode and crosshair mode. I'm enjoying crosshair mode the most, but it's interesting that the game's given you those 3 different control types. I have no idea what's going on. Why is this a cinematic? Like, I like the idea of having lots of cinematics, but if there's absolutely zero voice acting or sound effects, it feels so weird. And we're level 8. Press tab. There we go, we've interrogated you. That was easy. Graphically, it's not a bad looking game. We've certainly played a lot worse in my first impressions series. Finally, some combat. There we go. It's not too bad. I've certainly experienced worse combat in MMOs. Whenever you get an upgrade, it kind of advises you to switch over here. Yes, every time you get these stones, you use this to upgrade this little fairy dude that follows you. I'm not really too sure what they do, though. So that seems to be fully upgraded, and now it needs other materials to upgrade. You're cute little guys, aren't you? Learn how to tame a battle carrier. Owning this mount will prevent you from owning other mounts that belong to this series. Okay. Looks like there's materials you need. Taming mounts cost the materials above. Okay. Nice. It looks like we've just tamed one of these dudes. Oh, wow. So this monster is a siege vehicle, essentially. He's not your standard mount. Put this in. Take another quest. And we're level 10. So this here seems to be some kind of instanced event type thing, like a scenario from WoW. Keep going. Jump here! Slice all these guys down. This seems to do cleave damage, so now I've got some turrets to take out. I think we need to kill this big mech that kind of wrecked us at the start of the game. Why is the mech moving at like 15 frames per second? Now I'm starting to look cool. And the cape is heavily clipping through my robes. Okay, I take it back. The cape looks horrendous. I have heard that this game has a fucking weird business model. Or it used to anyway, I don't know if it's still the same. It seems as though it's pushing me to buy something. It wants me to top up. The word top up is currently spooking me. Oh, what's this? Swift Nightmare, is that a new horse? Okay, so this is my new mount that I got from a quest. I've got 2 mounts at level 11. Most MMOs you don't even have 1 mount at this level. But the animation on this one seems to be a little bit better when changing directions. It kind of turns rather than instantly appears facing the other direction. Right now, it's just doing the moonwalk. I don't think there's any way I can get rid of this fucking pop-up here that wants us to click on this VIP bullshit. It just will not go away. 12k XP for clicking on the altar. Okay, thanks game. The There's a secret cave here. I think it wants us to go in here. Let's do that. Let's summon my battle carrier first, though. Get wrecked. Okay. Oh. That was all it wanted me to do, just kill that one dude. And then you can't really go any further because it just kind of takes you into the abyss. The map seems to be pretty decent. It's got the basic functionality that you'd expect. I mention this now because I've played so many MMOs with fucking dire maps. But the map in this game seems to be pretty good. You can scroll in, scroll out, drag it around. It doesn't break the game like it does in Dragon's Prophet. Nice. Well done for making a map. Fucking clap clap. You know MMOs are in a sad state when you need to mention that they've correctly made a map. I have to say, the game's not really running very well. I'm playing this on a 980 Ti graphics card, max settings, and we're about 40 to 60 FPS. It really shouldn't drop below 60. Not when this PC will run games like Black Desert, lossless 60 FPS with no issues. So the optimization of this game isn't great. But I haven't encountered any massive freezes like I sometimes get with Terra when zoning into places. That's level 12. From what I've heard, you can only have 6 abilities on your hotbar at once. Not too sure why my horse can't jump over this fence. Horse! He's like, there we go. If at first you don't succeed, force the horse. Walking up this hill, nice bit of lighting in the background. Some pretty dire textures as well. Come on, horse. I order you to climb, horse. Climber! There we go. Now my horse is being a good steed. See, it's not a complete rip-off of Avatar. The people in Avatar lived in trees, not ruins. Hey, bro. Are you ready to get wrecked? Are you ready to get absolutely ninjaed? I don't think he's ready. Let's do this. Let's go! Nice. Can test out a few new abilities now. This isn't going to last very long, is it? Nope. The system says I've reached the maximum number of activity points for today. No idea what that means. Oh, we've actually got some text to read. That was the most pointless cinematic ever. It lasted about 3 seconds. The people who made this game are the kings of pointless cinematics. So we're going to jump through the air, and we can just change direction. Okay, game. Physics. I don't think I've seen a single other player since I've started playing, which is worrying. The game does feel like a bit of a ghost town. Autopath, go! Yes. Autopathing, finally coming in handy for once. Okay, the game's kind of bugging out here. I'm trying to click on the game and it's not fucking working. Okay, game, what? It's not letting me take control of the camera. Okay, now it's fixed. But look at my horse just glitching out whilst I'm standing still. I see, these things here basically teleport you across the zone to different locations. It's like a form of fast travel, it seems. I just earned the title Weakling. If ever there's been a title that I'm proud of in any MMO, that's surely gotta be it. Look at this guy's eyes! How fucking creepy is he? Oh, that's a nice little attention to detail. When you move through plants and stuff and weeds, it kind of moves out of the way. I like little things like that. Well, this feature here kind of suggests to me that the game's got a lot of bugs. The fact that they've put a direct button which links you to GM messages straight on the UI. That's just a direct button. That kind of suggests that there's a lot of issues that this game currently has. If not, why would they put that there in such an obvious place on the UI? Oh sweet, so this is chapter 1 finished. Okay, and we're level 15. The level limit is between 15 and 50. One would assume it would scale everyone to the same level so it's nice and balanced. 1v1 arena. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of dungeons in the game. I don't know if they're group dungeons or solo dungeons. It would be absolutely lovely if it gave me an estimated wait time, but maybe the estimated wait time isn't there because it's a long ass time. Oh, what? I take it back! People do play this game! Enter battle. I can't enter a battle. Never mind, I don't take it back. We could be waiting in this BG queue for a long time, because I haven't seen any other players since playing this game. Maybe everyone's at endgame, maybe low level doesn't really last very long, or maybe everyone's on the opposite faction. Who really knows? This person looks absolutely fucked. Look at him, he's not even trying. I've already healed him with the energy crystals, he's just laying down. He's still dying. Oh, dude, I've just healed you with the energy crystals. Now you want me to do all the work? He's still just laying down like a pleb. Stand up, man. I need your help with something else. Oh my god. Do you want me to go do your shopping for you as well? This dying person here is the most demanding person I've ever met in a game. I don't think I'd do well working in a hospital. So we're going to use this giant floating bit of rock to resurrect him, are we? That makes sense. Oh, this is the most long and boring quest chain I think I have ever done. Just walking back and forth, having a conversation to some bloke that's just laying down on the floor for no reason. I think we'll hand in this quest and then I'll probably call it a day for tonight. Back again today with some more Black Gold Online. Let's see how far we can get. At some point today I want to try the other faction. Nice, we're taking on a lot of mobs at once. This should be very good for my AoE. Fuck! No! Not much health left. Oh! Come on! Come on! Come on! Run! Fuck you. Okay. Well, apparently he's still hitting me. He's clearly fucking missing. But it's still... You can't dodge his attacks. Why allow us to dodge and stuff if you can't actually dodge their attacks? What the fuck? How stupid. I'm standing behind this dude, and he's still hitting me. That is so fucking broken. This thing here seems like it's the world boss tracker. It basically says when these things are going to respawn. Like right now there's 3 world bosses up, and here it says how long it's going to take until respawn. That's kind of cool. I'm guessing these ones are the hardest with the longest respawn time. 40 players recommended. There is no sound effects for the horses running. This game really does feel like it's lacking some basic sound effects that you'd expect. My horse really struggles with jumping when going uphill. Okay, horse. It seems like the majority of quests in this game actually just involve talking to people. Look at this guy in the background. He's just fucking standing there watching his king getting wrecked. You're helpful, aren't you, dude? I've noticed there's a lot of backtracking when it comes to the questing, which is why it's kind of helpful that they've put pathfinding in the game, because I fucking hate backtracking too much. We're in a wooden helicopter powered by crystals. The technology. Not looking too good. I actually feel like I'm the only person in the world currently playing this game. What the fuck? This flying thing has no animation at all. Look at its face. It's just frozen. It's not even flapping its wings. Oh my god, fuck physics. This has got to be one of the most unfinished MMOs I've ever played. This would be forgivable if the game was in alpha or something, but it's not. It's been released for about 1.5 years, just over that at this point. What happened? I want to know what happened with this game. It seems like in some areas it shows potential, but fucking hell. They've literally just released an unfinished game. Okay. So walking over this rock, I just appear mid-air. What the fuck? Do we die from this? Yes. Yes, we do. As much as I don't really mind the combat in this game, it's kind of fun for the most part. There is something that does feel off about it, and I'm not too sure what it is. I think it's the fact that it's not very responsive. You press your button and then there's a bit of a delay before anything actually happens. I think I'm realising the problem with the combat. It feels like you need to press the same button twice to actually get the ability to work. So I'm kind of spamming my keys. Why is my character so fucking delayed in attacking? Fucking attack, you fucking character. We have been waiting for an arena for 77 minutes. We've been waiting for 2 dungeons for 1 hour, 18 minutes. And I'm pretty sure we're still queued for PvP. Literally no one plays this game anymore. It's totally dead, at least at low levels anyway. Let's see if it's any better for the other faction. Alright, so let's try the Eisenhorst. Dwarf Gunslinger. Sounds good. There we go. Nipple Dragon. We're just staring at trees. Hello? Hello? Okay. Fucking why? My battle carrier on these guys are these big fucking turret things, which is pretty cool. These peace-loving tree hippies have nothing on us. So the Eisenhorst people start in this area, whereas the other factions start in that area. So this is what I mean by the combat delay in this game. So I'm going to be pressing my right click. I'm now pressing my right click now. And see the delay in which it took for my right click to actually happen. It's really weird. As you can see by the hotbar, I was just spamming E and it took quite some time for it to actually happen. Get on the highway! Look at this running animation. This is quite a good looking zone though. They're doing the exact same animation at the exact same time though. That just says to me that they literally just copied and pasted this mob right next to each other. They look like really cool mobs though regardless. What is that? He has spikes to protect his dick. Stand still. Oh my god, it is an orc. Haven't really had many of these little dungeons. What the fuck happened there? Oh, okay. Oh no! We're bugged inside of the treasure box. What the fuck do I do now? Game! Can I attack? I can attack. There we go. The monster actually saved me. The monster kicked me out the fucking dungeon. That's what he did. Wow. So this flying mount here actually has an animation and moves. It flaps its wings and stuff. Unlike the dragon that the other race have to ride. Oh wow. This area here reminds me of the Gates of Ironforge. Oh what? This is my mount. A bike. Okay, that's fucking cool. I like that. If only I could do wheelies and stuff on it. That'd be great. Something that I'm kind of dying to do is test the lava in this game. I want to see if it actually kills you. Some games lava doesn't actually kill you, so I really need to know this. Our evil enemy, the invisible barrier, has forsaken us. There we go, now we're on top of the barrel, then we jump over here. Oh, I think we're doing it. We're slowly making our way towards the lava. You can tell a game's incredibly fucking buggy with the fact that they've put the I'm stuck button right on the hotbar. Sadly, I don't think the dream of testing the lava is going to be a reality. The devs must have had the foresight to realise that everyone would want to test the lava. We made it! We fucking made it into the lava! Oh my god, we did it! We actually did it! Yes! So I'm testing the lava and it seems as though it needs a bit of work. Get in there. There we go. Now we're in the lava. Yeah, the lava's broken. It's all a scam. It's a conspiracy. The lava's not real. 1 out of 10. Needs better lava mechanics. IGN. At least I managed to succeed my own personal mission of testing the lava. I feel as though I'm at the point with this game though where I'd rather consume the contents of an ashtray than continue to play it. Okay, so I've played Black Gold Online for about 5 hours now and I feel as though I've got a decent enough first impressions of the game. So as always with this series we're going to talk about the pros and the cons, the good things and the bad things, starting with the pros. Just bear in mind this video isn't a review, it's a first impressions, so please treat it as such. Black Gold Online is an open world game, there's not a lot of loading screens and it's not highly instanced like a lot of MMOs today. The character creation's pretty decent, there's a lot of sliders and you can make your character look like something from Avatar. More than enough options to create a distinctive look. Each faction has their own starting area, which I always like as it adds a little bit more replayability to the game. There seems to be quite a good amount of content in the game, from battlegrounds to arenas, solo and group dungeons, as well as 40-man world boss raids. The game has mounted combat in the form of battle carriers, which are kinda cool and a decent amount of fun. I find it interesting how Black Gold Online tries to combine steampunk with fantasy. I think within the context of the game it actually works. The user interface and options menu, whilst not great, didn't piss me off as much as it has in other MMOs. Not really too sure if this is a pro or not. There's a good variety of classes to choose from, some of which are faction unique, which kinda makes sense. So now let's talk about the cons. The world feels absolutely lifeless, and I didn't see a single player in my 5 hours of playing. This game appears to be dead. The game feels incredibly unfinished and buggy. It honestly still feels like it's in pre-alpha, which is a fucking joke considering this game was released over a year and a half ago. I didn't hear one piece of voice acting in my entire time playing. It seems like you need to read all of the text to understand the narrative, and if you're lazy like me, then that's a problem. In terms of sound, it feels like there's a lot missing. There's not many sound effects, and the sound effects that are there sound like absolute crap. If you're thinking about playing this game, you might as well turn off all of the in-game sound and just listen to your own music. The combat in this game isn't too bad. I've played much worse, but it feels like you need to press abilities more than once for them to actually work. And once they do work, they seem delayed by about half a second. The animations in this game are some of the worst I've ever seen in an MMO, and some things don't even have animations. There's a lot of backtracking during the questing, and it gets boring very quickly once you slow down gaining levels. Apparently this game has a confusing and pay-to-win business model. I couldn't really understand it that well myself. It was very confusing, but the majority of people do seem to agree on it being pay-to-win. Overall, Black Gold Online isn't the worst MMO I've ever played. It's pretty bad, but it's not the worst, and I do think the game has a few good ideas. I like that it's open world with action combat and there's two very distinct factions, but the developers just failed so damn hard with the execution of this game that I can only assume they ran out of money for development, because the game honestly doesn't feel finished. So that's it for this video, guys. If you've had the chance to play Black Gold Online, then let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video, you take it easy, and I'll see you again really soon.